Ryan Donato.
Welcome back to another Hard Review, and I'm here to talk about Disney's latest live-action remake, The Little Mermaid. Now, this stars Halle Bailey as the titular mermaid. We have Ursula being played by Melissa McCarthy, King Triton by Javier Bardem, Daveed Diggs is playing Sebastian the Crab, Awkwafina is now playing Scuttle, Flounder looks like a fish, like a real-life fish. So, obviously, I was dreading this movie. I picked it for the game that I'm playing on my ass show with Steve, where we pick movies that are going to make $100 million domestically, and you get whatever the Rotten Tomatoes score is if it crosses that threshold, and I knew this would cross that threshold. And after watching this movie, I can confirm this will make $1 billion. I would love to sit here and tell you that this is like the worst movie of all time or whatever, but it's all right. It's fine. It's just a fine whatever movie. It's not like The Lion King, whereas The Lion King was like offensive because it was, we literally cannot relate and emote with these characters because they have no emotional capacity, you know, so it doesn't work on a fundamental level. This is a movie about people, you know, like even mermaids, they're half human beings, so at least it makes sense, and we're not going to go down the path of like, oh, well, we got to make the animals look really realistic because it's the live action movie. You want it to look like a documentary. The animals here do, obviously. We have Scuttle and Flounder, Sebastian the Crab looking like crabs and fish and birds, which is ridiculous. It's just so obnoxiously ridiculous that they keep continuing to go down this path. Like, why not make something that looks fun and cool? Why does it have to look picture perfect real? Animals don't sing in real life. Like, I don't know. It's just so dumb. But I'm not going to complain about that. But I know what you're thinking. Oh, Adam, Aladdin's terrible. But the reason why Aladdin's so terrible is because you tried to make Will Smith be Robin Williams instead of letting Will Smith be Will Smith. You know, in Friend Like Me, he's doing the Robin Williams bit where he's trying to do the impressions and such. In the credits for the Aladdin movie, he does a version of Friend Like Me that is a much more hip-hop infused, which is the type of musical artist that he was back in the day, so it fits his style a lot better, and you would wish that that was just in the movie, but whatever. Guy Ritchie sucks. But Rob Marshall, who directed this movie, doesn't suck. He did Mary Poppins Returns, which is the sequel to Mary Poppins, starring Emily Blunt and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Those are two very obviously talented people. They made a pretty great movie. I think I really love Mary Poppins Returns, and Lin-Manuel Miranda comes back to meet up with Rob Marshall here and update some of the songs and add some more stuff in here, because the original was like a 90-minute movie and this is like a 2 hour and 15-minute long epic, you know? It's funny because when you watch this movie, part of you is like, okay, so where's the 45 minutes? You know, because we follow the story pretty closely, you know? We get some extra songs, like Prince Eric gets a song. I laughed out loud the moment Prince Eric started singing. That song was terrible. I don't know why it's in the movie. We also add a song about the scuttlebutt. We get some music from inside Ariel's head when she's a human on Earth, like she's singing about like, oh my gosh, the stuff in the human world, oh my gosh, but she's not actually singing in real life because she doesn't have her voice, right? None of those songs are really of value at all. There's nothing of value in this movie whatsoever, but there's also nothing that's really like straight up offensive, you know? Like Part of Your World is fine, like yeah, she does her own little flurries here and there, but it's a cover, you know? You want her to change it up a little bit. You want her to do it exactly on the money, you know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of when you go to Disney World and they're doing like live action performances of these numbers. Like they have the Beauty and the Beast show in Hollywood Studios, and it's like, okay, so this is like a cover. This is someone performing the thing. But when you do it in a movie, it's like we had it perfect in a movie before, so you're not even crossing mediums. I mean, you're crossing from animation to live action. But speaking of Part of Your World, Halle Bailey did a very good job here. She was a lot of fun, full of personality. I could tell that they were using her voice, which was nice compared to people like Emma Watson. She seems to be having a lot of fun, and I could see the wonder in her eyes, and she's very pretty, and she does a very good job in this role. Nothing great, nothing wow, I need to write home about this, but she fits that role really well. My other standout in this movie is Daveed Diggs as Sebastian the Crab. While his character looks ugly, Daveed Diggs is a very funny person and a very good singer, and he does a very serviceable job doing Under the Sea and Kiss the Girl. Obviously, none of these songs touch any of the original. Nothing here touches the original. Nothing here is even remotely close to living up to the original, but did you really expect it to be? Ursula, Melissa McCarthy, she was fine. She did a serviceable job. I was not like offended at all or anything, but I was also not enjoying it whatsoever. It's funny because we went back and rewatched the original animated movie after this, and it's just night and day how much more fun, colorful, bright, lively the animated version is compared to this live action version, which really drags with those extra 45 minutes. I have no idea why we added all this extra time. This is still a movie for children. Say what you want about the Mario movie, it understands its audience. It's like, hey, we are a crisp 90 minutes. Okay, you're in, you are out, you need to go to the bathroom. Little Mermaid is an extra 45 minutes. That's an extra like 50% movie here compared to Mario, and it's just too much. I don't know why it needed to be like this. Well, it doesn't need to happen in general. Nothing of this needs to happen. This is the stupidest like trend in all of Hollywood. I can't stand it. It's terrible. It's better than the Peter Pan and Wendy, I guess. I could tell they were actually trying here. There's talented people involved. I like Lin-Manuel Miranda. I like Rob Marshall, who did Chicago. I feel like they got feedback from some of their other movies, and they're like, just do it as close to the original as possible, please God. Yeah, this movie looks ugly. The CGI is disgusting. There's some shots that I like enjoy, like when she like pops up out of the water. There's some real effort here to make something of value, but nothing's really added to the story of the original for me whatsoever. Now, Javier Bardem is fine. Awkwafina, she's always annoying, but she's fine. Like, everything's fine. I just don't want to pick a fight, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sitting there in the theater, and all my friends with me, a good amount of people in the theater, and they're all like giggling and laughing and having a really great time, and so I think that family audiences will really enjoy this. Little girls will go to the movie, and they love mermaids. Let's play mermaids and watch the Little Mermaid movie. Stupid adults, and I mean stupid adults. I'm sorry if you like this. I'm sorry for calling you stupid, but stupid adults will be like, I remember this from my childhood. Sorry, Mom. I have such disdain for the type of person who goes to this movie and is like, oh my God, I love the original so much, I want to see this one. And like, I watch it because I like hate myself and I want to have a bad time. And that's the annoying thing. Like, this didn't even have the common courtesy to be dog shit. Like, it had to be just okay. You know, because I am going to go with a 3 out of 5. I think it's fine. I think people who think they're going to enjoy this are going to enjoy this. People who already didn't think they were going to enjoy this won't enjoy this. I don't think this is going to change anyone's opinion about these type of movies or anything. But I do want to speak about Disney's strategy here. They're brilliant. And I really mean this. I have the utmost admiration for Disney when it comes to releasing these movies, because it's like, okay, well, we don't really have to put much effort in because we know it's a story that already works. We already have the technology from previous films and the blueprint and the layout for all these realistic looking creatures and whatnot. We're not really doing anything new and innovative there. We know that people are going to watch this just because they love the original one, you know, and they want to re-experience it here. The people who don't like this movie, because you can't not like this movie, because if you don't like this movie, then you are on the same side as people who don't like this movie for really stupid reasons. If you don't like this movie because you hate that they recasted Ariel as a black woman, that's stupid. She's a mermaid. She could be whatever color. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. It's a fantasy movie. Who cares? It really was not essential to her character whatsoever what color her skin was. So whatever. It's so dumb. You're dumb if you hate her for that. If you hate this movie because you're sexist or homophobic, that's also dumb. But like, that's the thing. If you're someone like me who hates this movie because obnoxiously unoriginal and lazy, stupid rehash content remake, you are in the same club as the people who hate this movie because they're like, wow, it's woke and you're trying to indoctrinate my kids with your wokeness. Like, I just heard a thing the other day about this teacher got investigated for showing kids Strange World, the son in the movie, like the third most important character in the movie. He's openly gay and he's talking about, I have a crush on a boy. How am I going to explain that to my kids? And it's just so annoying. So it's absolutely brilliant. This movie's going to make $1 billion. Like, it's got the brand name recognition right there. People do not have any sort of standard or anything. They just like, oh, I remember those songs. They might not like this as much as the original, but like, they're gonna see it just because they want to see what they do with it. And this was inoffensive. You know, it was okay. It's a fine. It's a 3. It's one of the best live action Disney animated movies. I really enjoy Halle Bailey's performance over most other live action performances in any of these movies. So it's okay. It's fine. I'm gonna stop rambling about it now. Don't see it. I hate this fucking movie. I fucking hate it. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb and annoying. I did never go to the restroom, and I went to the restroom during this movie because I just had to get out of there. Like, I was so upset before watching it, during watching it, and after. I don't like talking about it. I don't like thinking about it. If you want to know how I rank this with the other Disney live action movies, I don't care. Thank you so much for watching me just be a total bitch about a movie made for 8-year-old girls. I recognize I'm not the target demographic. If you enjoy this, that's fine. You're not stupid. I'm sorry, Mom. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Simon, what's your favorite Disney live action movie? I'm going to pick, oh god, Jungle Book. This was kind of in the realm of like Beauty and the Beast, where it's like, well, the original's so great and it lends itself being made into a live action form, but it's so unnecessary and whatever. But that has Evermore, so I am going to choose that above the, oh, but Halle Bailey's so much better than Emma Watson. I don't know, it doesn't matter, nobody cares.